I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to get interviewed by you and to get the possibility to talk to you.
I wanted to ask you if you could take me back to the beginning and tell me how the band became a reality.
It's kind of difficult from my point of view since I am the drummer of the band who joined the band in 2020 while the band already existed for 4 years. So, but I know the story from our singer, how it happened. Like basically, they were drunk in a bar. The best stories begin with alcohol, obviously. Um, they were drunk in a bar and talked to each other, like the guitarist Jimmy and the singer Kai. And they noticed, yeah, well, I'm in a metal band. Yeah, I want to be in a metal band too. Yeah, we should sure do that. Okay, then we're about to do that. And so basically, it was just that. From here on, they met at, I guess it was at a in the attic from our singer or from our guitarist. I'm not quite sure on that part, but in the end, um, they came up with the first songs, and then multiple people just joined, just friends of them, like
hmm
Ro, bassist, and Pim, the second guitarist, which was then previously the drummer, and they had Niels on the guitar as well. So um, you have to know that Pim, our lead guitarist, is well educated guitarist for classical guitar. Like he is
Well,
insane. If you just go look on YouTube one time, it's just incredible what he does. And then when the former guitarist Niels left the band, they were searching for a new drummer, and Pim knew me, and then I was able to join the band. So it all started around, I guess, 2016, I guess,
wow.
somewhere, or 2015. If you watch the early versions of some videos or stuff like that, it's kind of interesting to see how young they are and
hmm
how, yeah, different they are, which from now. Like when you look at them now, like these are grown men, and looking like the videos from 10 years ago, you
Sure.
see, well, they were child, man. They were just children.
And I wanted to ask you as well, in the making of this album, were there changes in the recording process? Because sonically, this album is very strong.
Thank you very much. Glad to hear that. Um, to be honest, the previous albums were also recorded in the same studio with the same technician. Like it's more, I guess, the progress in the musicality itself.
hmm
Like it's not the studio itself, which is when you listen to the other early albums, the production is, from my point of view, quite high value.
Sure.
Um, and it's for a reasonable price, to be fair. And it's more like the workflow up until this album, like where we were having different goals, what we want to hear, what the sounds should be, and where the preparation went in. And in the end, it was just um, thinking about music a little bit different. Everyone had his own expectations, what it should sound, what should be in there. Like, for example, one said, "I want to have a very long track." One said, "I want to have a song in Dutch. I want to have a song with this just sportive fitness studio music, which I can pump myself up to." Like, and this was then combined with every information that or intuition that everyone itself had, and they were all getting it back together. And yeah, this is mostly the progress was changed up until the certain point previous to the former album. But there's also one big change. It's really the fact that the guitarist, or the former drummer, which is now lead guitarist, was able to just focus on musicality and not on drums, and was able to focus himself a little bit more deeper, which he mainly has the lead role in nearly everything. Um, we all have the same rights and the same possibilities and information and the same vision, but he's the one who's capable of putting everything together and saying to us, no, that won't sound good. This is just crap. Don't do that. And we believe him, and yeah, it turns out mostly true. Like he has a much better ear than we do.
And I wanted to ask you if I'm right with the translation of the album title as The Kingdom of Death.
Yeah, um, it certainly is. There's a kind of a bigger expectation, like it's more like a final, funus in the Latin word, like in the final, and
Mhm.
regnum like in like a kingdom. It's more like a burial site or the end
Okay.
of a kingdom. This is more used because it's based on lyrically on the poem by Percy Shelley, which is Ozymandias. And are you familiar with that one?
No.
It's a quite short one. You can look it up on Wikipedia. It's kind of an easy one to get through. It's more like a wanderer going through the desert alone by himself and finds him a very big statue of a very what used to be a very big statue of a person, but it's just the socket and the feet. Everything is broken, and on that statue it says, "My name is Ozymandias, kings of all kings. Look at like I cannot translate it right, but it's not look at what everything I've done.
Hmm.
Be afraid." And yeah, it's everything's gone, and so this concept drives the whole album itself.
Sure.
It's mostly that like when you have like musical tones like in Buried Might, for example, or like Diminished Dominion. Hellahund is more like an exception, which has another purpose. But yeah, Echoes on the Void, it's like the nothingness, the the fact that everything will perish and be gone
Mm.
at a certain point of view. Like nothing lasts forever in the end.
I wanted to ask you as well if you could speak on my favorite track, which is Crowned in Black.
Yeah, Crowned in Black. I guess yeah. The name itself is also based loosely based on the fact that it's um, I lost it somewhere. So I come back in a second. um, it's all based on the musicality and the lyrical tone of the whole album, like
Sure.
nothingness, uh, kingdoms who will fall. Yeah, you're crowned, but what's a black crown? What does it mean for
Right.
you?
Sure.
Um, it's more the funny fact that I guess this was the sound, the song, which was previously called Black Friday. I'm not like the working title of it.
Mm.
If you get some time, or like a short time, I surely can look it up. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess it was called Black Friday, which is mostly based like on the day when when we wrote it. Like it was a Black Friday, I guess. And it was, I guess, the first piece of this was based on on COVID times, so we were not able to do anything. Yeah,
Sure.
then just do something, come up with ideas, and lyrically, I'm not able to say too much about it, but I sure can ask Kai, our lead singer, who is the lyricist, and I can ask him and send him direct information to you if you want to, like postponed, if it's okay for you.
Sure.
I sure
Sure. I
will
can
ask him.
pause right now.
Nice.
Another track I wanted to ask you about is on Maker. I love
Mhm.
the way the song concludes the album and the feel it gives you of going back and reliving the story. Could you speak
Mhm.
on that track for me?
Yeah, sure. I'm able to do that. Like it's the whole song is written by our lead guitarist Pim. Like this is all from his hand. I just contributed the drums, and while recording the album, the sound engineer, especially on this song, said, please make some different changes. Like change the bass line, because it's more like 70 funky-ish, stylish, a tone of bass playing. Changed that, and he tried to give us the idea that the end of the song will has to be a little bit more black metal-ish. This is something we do on nearly every track, a slow part where blast beats and black metal vibe is welcomed, and we certainly do changed it, and it's more like every band member says that this song is the one that we can play from the beginning up front, and it's just plain fun. Like, interestingly, while I was recording the drums or coming up with ideas how this song can start, because it has a very mellow tone. It's more like, yeah, it builds up with a
Sure.
guitar. And when you listen to our first album, Yesenia Pestis, also I can up to the name later on because there may be something for the name from the Regnum later on. Is that when you listen to the song Generation, it has the same vibe with a higher tone. And I want to include this as well because I'm not an original member. I was not on the first two
Sure.
albums. And I said, okay, this is something that I'm able to connect, like the old
Yes.
things and the new things. Like I wanted to have something where I'm able to build it up and to get it a little bit more effective, that you say, okay, we're building to something, and then we reach that point, we're able to go and just fly off and proceed the whole song. Our bassist always said this is the most fun song to play. Like this is get started, unload it.
Sure.
And like this is something that you like to hear. If the band members are not forced to play it, like oh yeah, this song again. Do we really have to? No, this is the song where we say okay, this is just start to finish. Let's go. It's just plain fun to do because we have so many different rhythmic section into it. I when
Sure.
I rehearse this song, this is most certainly where I think, okay, where was this part again? What I have to do at that part? Okay, yeah, and then it comes while playing, it comes back. It's more, yeah. I get distracted sometimes while playing, so. But yeah, it's just you need to know your instrument to play the song because you have to transition to the next part and to make
Sure.
it more fluent and to make it more work even better. So the audience is able to feel the same what you feel or felt when we recorded it, like just having plain fun, just plain fun.
I wanted to ask you as well if you could speak on the album artwork concept and the artist that was involved.
Mhm. Um, the concept was very focused on the poem by
Mm,
Percy Shelley. Like we want to have something that gives us the possibility to have something like a red line that draws through the whole album, and the artwork is quite necessary for that to give the audience a feel of what we had in mind when we were thinking about that. It's not we do not want to have this plain graphical. Am I allowed to curse in that video
yes,
or in
you
that
are.
record? This clusterfuck of stuff that is bashing through your mind and into your eyes, while the artist was able to just to draw everything that he wanted. Like it loses some focus. It's nice to look and find details, yes, but we want to
Sure.
have it has to be a focus, and it's more like that. We wanted to have the poem as an illustration, as an image, and to give us our personal vibe. Like we had several artists, we asked several artists what a possibility could be. Like how could it fit? This is our idea. Can you process that? Is it something you're able to do for us? So we mostly went on Fiverr to find our artists. This is, from my perspective, something very easy to do to connect with people and just ask them, hey, we're a band from the Netherlands, backslash or slash Germany, and we have an idea. Are you able to do that? And then they give us some ideas and they send them over. Nonetheless, they all get paid. This is something we are very, very, which is very important to us because they did their work. If we're using it, yeah, maybe it will, they will get featured, yeah, on their cover art, but in the end, they have to get paid. They did the work, and we had um, two more cover arts that we prepared, but in the end, we said it didn't make the cut because it's even hard to describe what we want because we have five people with different
Sure.
ideas. We try to get everything together, but certainly sometimes you are not able to do that. Like, yeah, some imagery which was included in the cover art is like always. It's a little plague doctor you can
Hmm.
find on every cover art because it's something of a mascot, and we wanted to have him not as, as a very important figure on the album cover because he is the wanderer in this image, like in the poem. But while the poem focuses on the wanderer, we would more focus on the statue, like that was used to be. And there, when you can see that he settles, and we wanted in some previous versions the head lying very big on the floor, and we said, nah. While one artist gave us the idea, no, no, don't do that. Just use the imagery of the light behind the headless corpse and use that. And
Yeah.
we saw while we saw when we saw that it was directly, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that looks good. This is something we can work on. This is something we everyone were able to agree on. Not everyone said, yeah, this is the perfect cover art. There's always something you can complain about. But in the end, we said, yeah, this fits very well.
And the album's out, and it's amazing from top to bottom. I wanted to
Thank you very
ask
much.
you, what lies ahead for you this year?
Um, to be fair, not that much in particular. We wanted to try to make something of a release party, but since you've noticed, the album came out of nowhere. We just said, okay, everything was done. We had a music video. Everything was prepared last year up until nearly close 2 weeks before the album release, where I
Hmm.
said the album release was okay. We said when the video's ready, 2 weeks after that, we just release it. We don't want um, to make it so important. Is
Sure.
it the right thing to say? We are very aware of the fact we are not the greatest band in the world. We are not. This is not an album that everybody was waiting of. Like, oh, Caffas Rain gets a new album out. No, we are not that big. We are happy if people are happy with the album and they'll enjoy listening to it. This is everything that we want. So we just said,
Sure.
okay, when everything is ready, it's ready to go. Why promote it too big? Just have maybe a little surprise for the people. Like, hey, they dropped a new album. Just listen to that. And
Yeah.
the first streaming numbers that we got were very, very nice. We're very surprised how much it went up. Certainly. Um, and we just say okay, and then we just wait what comes along. There are a few gigs that we're playing. A release party could be a possibility still. The thing is, since our lead guitarist is a professional musician, and his time schedule is a mess. Like like he is booked on his personal behalf. Like he has to play so many different kinds of gigs, sometimes me included. Like I play not only metal, I play different kinds of styles of music, and the yeah time schedule is fucked up sometimes. So, but we try to make everything work. What's really hard currently is to get gigs. Certainly, there because in the Netherlands the vast majority of there is a vast majority of metal bands in the underground, which have their fair share and their fair place to be there. But there's so many great bands, and yeah, you have to really dig into it and to get some certain gigs, or to create a package that you want to be booked. Certainly, we are lazy sometimes. That's Also true. And we, yeah, to be fair, the next for the festival season, this time's up, so we have to wait until the next year to
Sure.
get to the festivals. But yeah, sure. We try to make everything work to get more gigs and to play the whole album as once. Like,
Mhm.
which can be kind of tricky when you listen to the song like Hello Hunt.
Sure.
Well, there are so many parts where I thought like it's easy to listen to, but there are certain parts I really had to write everything out. Like, okay, now in this section, then we have this the triplets at this, and then the straight fourths after that, and it was a tricky one.
And I wanted to ask you as well, now that the album's out, what's the best way to get a hold of a merchandise and copies of the album?
Cappers of the album are we currently not doing. It's not that we don't want to, but we make it work over the way like supply and demand. If really wants to, if we have enough people to say, yeah, I want to have an album, yeah, sure. We write it down, we make it maybe possible. We also were thinking about vinyl and to get a long player on it, and because this is something to have
Sure.
to have a grid on it, grid, and this is
Absolutely.
our music, but it's so expensive.
Yes.
Why is it so expensive? Yeah, yeah. But if someone is really want something from us, just mail us. We try everything to make it work, and even it's one or two copies, we will make it work somewhere. Because, um, yeah, if someone is really willing to do to ask us personally and just, are you, would it be an option to get something from you? Yeah, we try to make everything work, like even if it's not as little as possible, because they spend their time listening to our music to get in contact with us. Everyone is busy and trying to do stuff, and if one person takes its time and contacts us personally, sure, why not? Like, there's nothing that we can't do if you really want to. So if someone wants a hard copy, we can try to make it work. And if it's not capable of doing so, we find a way to get like something else to make it work. Like, we sure can do it.
And I wanted to ask you as well, along your musical journey, what do you feel has been the best advice that has been given to you along the way?
It's kind of a tricky one because my musical journey, like my personal or the band's
Your
musical journey,
personal journey.
it's really a tricky one. You got me on that because my musical journey started when I was 7 years old, and I listened to metal most of the time, but was not playing it.
Hmm.
Like it's more classical stuff, more jazz, big band stuff. And when Pim reached out to me, do you want to join our metal band? It was like, do I really want to do this? Hell yeah, I want to do that. But the first thing is the big expenses, right? To get the right pedal, to train on the pedal
Sure.
again, and to get the technique right, to get everything done that is expected of you. And to be fair, I certainly had to audition for the band. I was not the only one.
Sure.
I'm glad they picked me. So up until that point, like what I really have to say, this metal band is something like a breaking point, because then I was able to build myself up, to express myself a little bit further more than in the other music, which is just sheet music, and you have to play that, and it's
Sure.
more like. But up until that point, it was. What's your opinion on that? What do you think when you listen to the? What do you want to play to that? And to be fair, it's not a cover band. Like, you have to
Right.
come up with your own stuff. Be yourself. Think of what you want to do. What do you, when you listen to this, what do you think can a drum part can be? Like, this was like joining a metal band was a breaking point in for myself. Like, I was able to express myself and was able to um, make up my own mind and don't have to follow what someone else wrote on a sheet music on a piece of paper and I have to play that, or to
Absolutely.
cover some certain bands just for her for rehearsal purpose. And I it freed up my mind, to be fair. Like joining a metal band, I can tell it to everyone, yeah, just do it. And even if you don't like it, after you tried 1 or 2 years, your feet will be thanking you because you get really fast and very dynamic on that. And to get the technique right to play hard stuff without hurting your hands and wrists.
Sure.
this, uh, but it's a neat part. I just like this. I love this music. It's just like it is.
And lastly, my friend, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, what message would you give them?
First of all, thank you for being there. Thank you for being at the gigs. Thank you for listening to our music. Thank you for supporting us because it's not, to be fair, it's not normal. Like to support, like in this weird times that we're having right now. Um, it's I can be thankful and grateful that we have the possibility to play, that people are listening to us and they enjoy what we are doing. So thank you very much. Like I would say it like trombone player. I don't know if you know the name Jigs Wickham.
Hmm.
Like the trombone player of
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes.
I met him in person, and
Wow.
he said to me, or like to our band, like a big band I was playing, and he said, "We are able, and we should be grateful to play music in this crazy times to people who are willing to listen to us, and we are able to make people feel what we feel while playing music. This is not something that comes easy to people, and we are in our current situation and world, we are able to make people laugh, to make people cry through music. So just be thankful and grateful that you're able to do music. This is not common in every place in the world.
Absolutely. That's very true. And especially in these times where there's chaos all around us, it's nice to have a release, a place to get your mind off of things and to escape for a moment.
I totally agree.
I wanted to thank you, my friend, for taking time to speak with me. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much as well. Thank you for taking your time through your, I would say, stormy weather, what you got there.
Yes.
I hope
As
you're
we
safe.
speak.
I cannot imagine how it is. Yeah, I hope that you stay safe, like nothing happens to you, that everything went well, that you took the time to listen to a little drummer of a little Dutch German metal band.
A great one. I enjoyed the album from top to bottom, my friend. I couldn't wait to speak with you about it.
I'm very grateful.
And I thank you for enlightening me about the poem. Now, after we get off here, I'm definitely going to hop on and check it out.
I would certainly recommend it. It's a pleasure to read. It is just, I guess, 12 or 16 bars, but it's worth it. Take your time, listen to it, or read it through. When you read the poem, then you listen to our album again, and then you
Yes.
maybe some things may clear up. Like, for example, my personal favorite, like musical wise, is
Mm,
Buried Might. And when you listen to that poem and you read that poem, listen to that kind of music, this is something where I feel the most tension and the
sure.
most power. Like, yeah.
Well, thank you again, my friend, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, as well. And stay safe on your side of the
Will
world.
do. I look forward to speaking again real soon, my friend.
Whenever you got the time, just contact me.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.